Subconscious healing today, and this is a really special segment today. I'm here with my beautiful friend Tegan Gibson. Thanks for joining me here, Tegan.
Thank you for having me, Em. Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're new to this segment, please say hi. Let us know in the comment section where you're from. Thank you for joining us here today. We're going to explore subconscious healing, and we're going to also see what we can do to clear some limiting beliefs for you all. So if you're new, please say hi. Let us know where you're from in the comment section. Also, if you are repeating and you're here to support us, thank you so much. We love connecting with you all each and every week. So thank you so much. The beautiful Tegan is going to be on here a little more frequently now. So now's your chance to get in contact with Tegan and have some beautiful questions answered with her. And I'm going to start just by introducing subconscious healing a little bit. With subconscious healing, we actually have the ability to identify the deepest root cause of any pain or struggle in your life, and we're able to create shifts for you from this space. So by accessing the subconscious, we're accessing a level where it truly counts to be able to make this a transformation for you. And I'm also so proud to be a life purpose ambassador and intuitive trainer, which means that I can teach you how to harness your intuitive abilities as well. And so myself and Tegan and Sophie and Sonia and Daniel, so many others, we've all become empowered leaders of our healing journeys. And now we all have the opportunity to be able to share all of that with you all as well. So we owe all of our greatness to Intuition Wisdom, the Intuition Wisdom Institute, and their amazing life purpose training. So if you're already sensing the amazing, empowering purpose and fulfillment that may be possible for you if you had access to these techniques, then jump on to the links that we'll be putting into the comment section where you can connect in with our community and join the Intuition Wisdom Facebook group. It's here that you'll be able to stay up to date with some of our current events. And so today, Tegan and I wanted to explore intuition, and we wanted to look at intuitive connections and what limiting beliefs we could banish on that for you, because I know that my version of intuition now is completely different to what my version of intuition was before I came across this amazing way of being able to transform my limitations within the subconscious mind. So it's feeling so amazing that we're going to get to offer you all the opportunity today to share with us your deepest concerns about your intuitive connection so that we can clear those blockages for you. And I'm so glad that I'm getting to do this segment with beautiful Tegan, because she has always had such a strong innate sense of intuition. And to me, she's the perfect person to guide us all through that journey. So with all of that said, Tegan, I would love for you to share a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your journey with intuition. And feel free to start working through sharing any clearings or truths that come up for you as well.
Amazing. Thank you, Em. So I'm an intuitive life coach and subconscious healer. So what that means is, Emma's explained that we really get into the deepest root cause of the pain and struggle in your life to create these amazing shifts from this subconscious level. So that's where it really truly counts. So Em and I have really chosen this intuitive connection for a reason today, especially because when I tuned into what you guys were yearning for, what the world is yearning for, and I got this really clear message that people want connection to themselves. They want this connection to their intuition. They want to ignite their lives within themselves like they've never experienced before. So currently within our lives, people look outside themselves for guidance. This is so disempowering. It's so disconnecting It disconnects you from yourself, your true self. And it really does feel horrible. And it can show up in all areas of your life. And I just want to say that this is no one's fault. The majority of us were never taught. So Emma touched on that. She's always seen me as an intuitive person. I never, ever, 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 ever believed that I was an intuitive person. Like, that is just not in my, it wasn't in my scope at all, in my awareness. So obviously I was never taught these beliefs. I was never had the support to support this gift that we are all given. It's not just me, it's not just Emma. This is available to everyone. So we weren't supported when we were small. Plus, it's not the social norm, right? Like, it is not socially acceptable to be intuitive. That's like for spiritual people. That's like woo-woo. That's like witchcraft or whatever you want to call it. But we're here today, guys, to say, let's make this normal. Let's normalize self-love. Let's normalize having a strong connection to our intuition so we can live these amazing, limitless lives, these fulfilled and happy lives where we're loved and supported. Because we all deserve that, right? And if any of you are saying that you don't deserve it, there are limiting beliefs in your subconscious mind that are blocking this connection, blocking this way forward. So yeah, that's a little bit about why we chose this today. A little bit about my journey. I owe my massive transformation to Intuition Wisdom Institute and their amazing, amazing, amazing life purpose trainings. They led me back to myself. And when I say myself, I mean my true self, my intuitive connection. So before I sort of started with Intuition Wisdom, I had a great life. Like, my life was great. I have a loving partner, a loving family, a great job that I went to uni and studied for. I literally have the house with the white picket fence, like literally have that. But I was so lost. I was so unfulfilled. I was so anxious and depressed. And I was in this self-hate cycle. So of course my health was just like failing. My relationships weren't great. My career and finances really did feel hard. But on the outside, it looked really good. It looked amazing because society says I had all the boxes were ticked, right? So it was all good. But I didn't feel all good. And I felt guilt. I felt a lot of guilt for that because I should be happy, but I just, there was something missing. And what is that missing piece? My intuitive connection, my connection to myself. So it wasn't really until I started my IWI trainings that I started to be able to trust this gift that we all have, that I have, that Emma has, and trust it and believe it. So I learned how to connect to myself, to get guidance for myself, and most importantly, trust it. And you know what? Life got amazing. Like, it really did. So if like any of this is resonating with you guys, there is a free training called Boost Your Intuition that Intuition Wisdom offers, and it's such a beautiful, beautiful stepping stone into building that relationship with self-belief and your true self-guidance. It's really, really, really potent. So like I was discussing, a lot of us rely, and I know this, I was like this, I relied on what other people told me and told me to do and what to say and how I was meant to live my life. And how can you really go through life relying on what other people think is right for you? So having this strong sense of self is so empowering. It's so freeing. It's like, I finally understand when people say about being in the flow of life, being in the flow of the universe, like that is exactly what happens when you are tapped in and tuned into your intuition. So I want to just touch on that it's not all about tapping into your intuition. It's really following that guidance and actioning that guidance that you're given, and really trusting, because you can listen to your intuition all you like, but if you're not actioning it, what's the point? You're not going to get those really amazing life experiences that you want and that you deserve. So the way I got to this level of self-belief and trust in my intuitive connection is through clearing limiting beliefs, clearing those blockages at the subconscious level. And it wasn't someone doing it for me per se, it was doing this for myself. And that is what intuition wisdom teaches us, to do it for ourselves, to empower ourselves and get connected. So when I started to clear these beliefs, I was able to let go of past trauma and really awful experiences I'd endured in my life. So I could allow in the love and allow in the guidance and have the belief in myself that I could do this and trust my intuition. So it's pretty amazing. And now I utilize universal intelligence every day to drive my life, to allow in absolute abundance. And it's graceful and it's easy. And I can also get to support people through their journey on doing this. So that is the most fulfilling job I've ever had. And it feels really weird to say job because it does not even feel like a job. It's living my life on purpose. And when you live your life on purpose, it's like amazing. You're in the flow. It really is everything you hope for. So like, guys, if any of this is like resonating with you, pop in the comments. If you have anything that's blocking you with your true self connection, we're going to pop in Intuition Wisdom's website. So you can go and have a look. And if you feel really called to jump on a call, a free 15-minute discovery call with myself or one of our amazing intuitive life coaches, we'll pop in those links as well. So yeah, that's my little spiel. That's my journey. So yeah, Em, any comments from you?
No, that was amazing. Thank you so much. And I totally resonate with everything that you've said as well. The journey, it became so much easier the moment I chose to start clearing what was in the way of me being who I really am. That intuition was just like a natural byproduct of that beautiful journey. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing. I can feel everyone's revved up and they're all excited to receive some tune-ins from us. So yeah, thank you. So everybody who is ready to receive some subconscious healing today, we are offering this for free for you. What we're going to actually do is tune in on what the deepest root cause of any of your challenges or difficulties are. So feel free to share that into the comment section now. Your intuitive connection is the perfect topic for us to explore today. If you're not sure what the blockage is, that's okay. That's why we're here. But either way, whatever area of your life you're struggling with, whether it's your relationships or your finances, your career, your health and your well-being, or if it's your life purpose, let us know what's going on for you in your life, or if there's any area in your life where you would love to see some change. Feel free to share that into the comment section now, and either myself or Tegan will tune in for you and see what the biggest limiting belief is blocking you from having free connection in that area of your life, but also therefore allowing for greater ease and flow in that area of your life as well. So some of us may just feel like we're consistently coming up against relationship difficulties, and that with that being a daily struggle, it just creates more and more difficulty and resistance in our lives. So if there's an area of your life where you're just wishing that could have be a little freer, so that you could even consider allowing for your intuition and your true self connection to flourish, then feel free to share that. That's the perfect thing to share in the comment section there. So feel free to share away. I've popped the link into the comment section to receive a free one-on-one session from one of our amazing life coaches or subconscious healers as well. So if you would love to receive some support, but you would like to connect with us on a one-on-one basis, that link is there so that you can experience that as well. And I highly recommend doing that because you're going to be able to get so deep, you know, within a 15-minute or half an hour or 1 hour session with one of us. We don't just cover one thing, we cover many difficulties in your life, and we have amazing, amazing, amazing outcomes for all of our clients because of the level that we're able to transform. So you'll all notice that as we're tuning in for you today, starting to identify and clear some of your limitations on the deepest root cause, it'll be so evident for you how powerful this is, because we can make such huge shifts in just a moment. So everybody feel free to share what your limitations are in intuition or in any other area of your life, and we're going to tune in for you. Thank you, Kerry. We've got a few of our current clients on there as well, so thank you those of you as well who come and join us each week. You're more than welcome to share something into the comment section as well if you'd like to. And yeah, I'll hand it over to you, Tegan, to start tuning in.
Cool. I'm just reading through some of your comments. Hi, Jody. Sue from Rockhampton. Hello, that's near me. I'm in Mackay. Hello, Kimberly and Abina. Hey, Abina. Thank you for joining us all. And Monica. Oh, hello, darling. So lovely to have you here. Connie, hello. Hello, hello. Oh, you haven't seen me on here before, Kimberly. Hello. Awesome. So let's just see what's coming up. Awesome. So Kimberly is like, could you please clear money and love? Any limiting beliefs for both? Thank you. So Kimberly, what I'm getting for you immediately is you have the power to do this yourself. It's like your true self's like, you have the power to do this, to clear this yourself. And that I must be sensing that you are going through some of the trainings. That's what it feels like. And it's like, it's time to empower yourself and do this, and you can do it. So that's what was coming through for you today. Let me just see if there's any resistances around that for you. So what I'm just doing is clearing some resistance. There's some stagnation around there because there's this kind of fear, like if I actually clear all this, if I actually do this, I'm actually going to have to live that life. You know, there's that fear come up. And what happens is it's out of our comfort zone, right? We're so used to staying stuck in those limiting beliefs, and it feels normal. But what is amazing, once you step out of that comfort zone, that is like the best level of comfort, you know? So what your true self really, really wants you to do is start clearing these limiting beliefs for yourself and really trusting, Kimberly, that you have an amazing connection and you can do this yourself. So I'm just clearing out any stagnation of that fear of, if I do this, I'm really going to get what I wanted, and that's really scary. So just clearing that for you now. So just have some big deep breaths, clearing any of that stagnation. Beautiful. So your true self's like, go forth. So we're cementing in some beautiful momentum into your healing today as well, Kimberly. So just breathe in that. It's time to empower you. Thank you for sharing. All right, who else is coming up? Let me just... Kane says, let your soul be your guide. Intuition is the voice of the soul. That's beautiful. I love that, Kane. Thank you for sharing. That's beautiful. Awesome. So Michelle says, I'd love to have a free reading. Is there anything that you have that you really want to be more specific on, Michelle? That'd be really handy, and then we can really get into that for you.
Michelle shared a little further down, partner.
Oh, did she? Cool. All right. So let's have a look for you, Michelle. So your partner. So what it feels like is your partner is kind of like your mirror. So what's happening is I'm feeling like this little bit of disconnect with you guys. But what's happening is that's mirroring back what's happening within you. Okay, so when what your true self is showing me is starting to cultivate a beautiful, loving connection to yourself and bringing in that self-love, and that's going to really outpour and allow for new levels of love in, and that's where you'll see beautiful shifts in your relationship. So hopefully that resonates with you, Michelle. It feels like there's been some past trauma and hurts around relationships that you're holding on to as well. So feel free to jump on a call where we can discuss this further and take you through some deeper healing and have some really profound shifts for you. So what is really coming through is to focus on yourself and loving yourself, and then things are going to fall into place. So whether that's, it's like definitely someone there. So what I'm going to do is just infuse you with beautiful self-love energy, just to ignite that passion within you to work on yourself and know that you're really, really deserving of having beautiful relationships in your life. So just cementing that beautiful self-love energy in for you. Amazing. Beautiful. So what I was seeing, it just like you just soaked it up like a sponge then, Michelle. So well done for allowing that in, because that's the first stage, is allowing. So well done. Thank you for sharing.
That's amazing. I just felt that coming through for the whole group. So just so that everybody knows, if Tegan or I are sharing something and it's resonating for the rest of the group as well, if it's something that we're sharing for somebody else is resonating for you, our energy is always ensuring that we're able to integrate this on every level for everybody that this is relevant for. So yeah, feel free to think of each message for somebody else as a beautiful message for yourself as well, and integrate all that beautiful energy. It feels wonderful. Thank you, Tegan. I saw a message there from Cherie. She says she would love to release the blockages that are hindering her study or purpose. Let's see what's there. It's really beautiful, Cherie, because straight away I can see that you're being a little harder on yourself with this. And it almost feels as though your study has turned into something that is, what's the right word? It's just a little more serious than what you'd like it to be. There's not quite enough fun in there, and it's just a little, it gets a little complicated for you then, when you need to be able to sit down in a space where you're feeling, happy and comfortable and well with how you're spending your time. It almost feels as though because of this specific limitation, it's not allowing in some of the fun there. It's just being left a little too serious, which then leaves you being a little too hard on yourself. So let's see if we can find the deepest root cause of that for you, because it actually feels as though the energy of what's happening for you has been pretty present for you for a long time. And I'm seeing that this goes as far back as about 2 years old for you. It's as though when you first started looking around at the world and making up ideas as to how we are to live life, you saw a lot of this growing up. So far too many people being serious about, the pen and paper and what there is to do, as opposed to actually just being able to enjoy their life and being able to have a sense of freedom that's connected in with their purpose. So because you've seen that at an early age, it's created a blockage for you where you're not able to move forward with your life purpose, because on a subconscious level you're aware of that, and you're intending not to let your life purpose expand unless this is able to be resolved for you. So what a coincidence. How lucky that gets to be today. We're just going to create a nice big shift for you. And if this is resonating for anybody else who's watching this as well, yeah, feel free to have this shift. Why should our work be serious? Why should life purpose be serious? Why should anything that we do in order to bring income, through for us, why should any of that be serious? Let's let go of all of that energy. That's what brings through the punishment and the being hard on ourselves. It's what brings through self-doubt, not feeling good enough when we do something, especially if we're a perfectionist, right? So yeah, it's feeling really, really important for everybody to have a shift on this if that's resonating. So I'm just going to bring through some new energy and create a shift for there. And I'm actually getting that some of you may be sort of sensing this shift within your body or within your well-being in some way, within your energy in some way. So it may be a feeling, or it may be just a slight sensation. Whatever it is that you're experiencing is going to be perfect for you. If you're just feeling a little bit lighter after we've finished the integration, then that's perfect as well. And the final thing that wants to come through, both for you, Cherie, and for everybody else on the call as well, is just to allow for yourselves to bring in some energy of the sun. The sun represents joy amongst many other things, but the sun represents joy. So whenever you find yourself falling into that space where you're feeling a little bit of lack, or you're feeling a little bit bored, or a little bit like, really, is this all that life actually has to offer? That's the perfect time to think about the sun and bring through some energy of joy. So we're just going to shower you all with some beautiful and joyful energy today, so that you can all continue on with today, tomorrow, and the next day from a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful space, so that ensuring that you're able to enjoy. So thank you, Cherie, for sharing. That ended up being quite an extended message for everybody on the call. And if anybody's been listening to this and is resonating with this, oh my gosh, we are the perfect people to work for you, because we have been able to master, being able to live a joyful experience as we're exploring our life purpose. We've been able to monetize it. We've been able to bring through abundance. We've been able to enjoy ourselves. And not only by overcoming our resistances, but by being able to continue to move forward at a pace that's really transformational, beyond what anybody else on the planet may be able to do, because of how quickly we're able to transform limitations. So definitely connect in with us for a one-on-one session if you're wanting to explore this a little further. There's nothing that's not possible by being able to explore, these wonderful transformations that we have to offer. So thank you for that beautiful subconscious healing experience, and I'm going to hand it back over to you, Tegan.
Awesome. Thank you, Em. That was beautiful. A practice I love doing is standing out in the sun, and it's part of our IWI trainings actually, is standing out in the sun and really just absorbing in that greatness, and really expanding and focusing on like, how great is that sun, it just shines no matter what, right? And it's so great and so powerful, and just absorbing that energy. I felt that, and Emma on the call today, it's just been amazing. So thank you. Connie, I would love to be comfortable with my partner and not have my sexual abuse from childhood playing on my mind and making me push him away. Oh, Connie, sending you loads of love. This feels really deep. And when I say deep, it doesn't mean it's going to be hard to clear or shift from your subconscious. It just feels a little bit heavy and emotional for you. And so and quite private. So what I would highly recommend for you is to book in a free discovery call with myself or one of our intuitive life coaches to explore this and explore avenues for healing. That feels really beneficial for you today. And please know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel for you. You don't have to sit in this any longer. And what is so beautiful about subconscious healing is we don't have to take you deep into that pain and trauma. We can clear it for you. Without you having to go through that emotional breakdown and trauma all over again. And that goes for everyone. If you've had trauma in your life or a really, really painful things happen, subconscious healing is so powerful that we can get to that root cause without you having to go through that emotional upheaval. So many times in the spiritual community, I found I had that limiting belief that healing is painful and really, really hard. And that is non-truth. The universe wants you to heal. And when you take your first steps into your healing journey, you are so supported and loved. So the universe wants you to clear, wants you to be healed so you can be amazing. Well, you are already amazing, but feel amazing, I guess. So Connie, please connect in for a life purpose discovery call. We would love to help you. Monica, hello. Anything I may be doing that is blocking the intuition to be even clearer for me, to hear more clearer each message? Thank you. All right, Monica, let's have a little look for you. So let me just get really clear on this, Monica. It's quite interesting. There's a feeling within you to step forward into the next level of your healing. So whatever that sort of means for you, it feels like you know what that is. And let me just delve into this a little bit deeper. So it feels really scary for you to trust yourself, to really trust your guidance from your true self. And what I'm feeling is there's a level of, sorry, I'm getting confused. There's this level of, new level of tools to come in and help you, that are wanting to come in and help you. So it's like, take the next step in your healing journey and things are going to become more connected, more freeing, more open for you. Because there needs to be a level of commitment from you in this area, if that makes sense and resonates for you. So just see if there's any resistance around that. Yeah, so it feels like you're handing your power over at the moment to someone in your life, someone close to you in your life, and it's time to draw in that power, to get that power back in. So to really center yourself in your power and know how powerful you are and that you can do this. So let me just bring in some beautiful healing energy in your power center and really just filling up, so you feel that power within you, that you can trust your journey is going to be smooth sailing. Really feels that wants to release that resistance, that limiting belief that it's still going to be hard. I'm never going to get to that point. I'm never going to get to that clear intuition, that clear guidance, when really it's already there. It's already within you. So yeah, it's what I'm really seeing for you is just allowing in new levels of training, of tools, of healing for you. So hopefully that resonates with you, and sending you lots and lots of love as well. Yes, it's time to get stuck into your journey, Monica. Awesome.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Tegan. I just saw this message here from Lenny. I love the questions that are showing up today, because I feel like each one is supporting everybody who's watching this call to connect a little closer with their true self, which therefore means their intuitive connection but can thrive. So Lenny's asked the question, what's happening with my true self connection just now? I'm looking for the love outside of myself when I know that I should be looking within. Thank you for joining, Lenny. It's so awesome to see you. And it feels so wonderful that you've asked this question today, because this is a problem that majority of the planet have. I would say almost everyone on the planet. We're looking outside of ourselves in any given moment that there's something too scary to see beneath the surface, or in any given moment that we've been subconsciously programmed to receive from outside of ourselves, as opposed to being able to support ourselves. So for those of you who are on the journey of spiritual development or personal development in some regard, you will notice this. You'll notice that there's a huge level of us resisting being able to help and support and nourish ourselves, that continues to show up and create havoc. And this actually connects us to experiences that are not supportive for us whatsoever. So allowing for ourselves to be our true self, our true intuitive self, means that we have that level of connection that we need to ensure that we're always able to keep ourselves safe, able to keep ourselves nourished, and able to know that we are loved, even if it's only from ourselves. So for you, Lenny, what I'm seeing is beneath the surface is that from about the age of 3 years old, this has been a habit for you. So it's interesting, because it feels as though up until that point, this was very much alive for you. You know, your mother, it feels like she actually saw you for the beautiful being of unconditional love that you actually really were. So that was wonderful. But that started to break down when it came to, you putting yourself out there in the world as, someone. So you started creating an idea about who you were. So what's feeling really important for you is to remember that it's not that you had completely lost your true self. It's not that you had completely lost unconditional love. For a majority of us, when we're looking outside of ourselves for these things, they're still there. It's just a matter of whether we're able to experience them and receive those experiences in any given moment. So a huge part of the trauma for you, Lenny, as you've been exploring personal development, is believing that there's an element of your life that is a huge traumatic pain that actually doesn't need to exist there, because it was just a construct of what the collective consciousness has decided is painful. So the good news about that is that all we need to have is a realization in order to be able to transform that for you. And my energy is going to come through now just to connect you with that true self energy, that beautiful, baby boy that you were born to be. That version of you exists right now, and always has existed right now, in the past, the present, the future, all exist within the now, right? So for you, it's just a matter of believing that on every level. So the journey that we offer has been around supporting us all to be able to have that realization. That's why Tegan and I are able to show up here today and be able to offer this amazingness for other people just by being ourselves. So yeah, enjoy that, Lenny. That feels really beautiful. I hope you've enjoyed that new level of intuitive wisdom that's flowing in for you today.
Beautiful. So we've got Rosanna here. So will the people that betrayed me stop hurting me? Will the man with the letter P return Sagittarius man? I'm not really sure what that means, but will the people that betrayed me stop hurting me? So Rosanna, what is your true self is showing me is that you're being a victim of your limiting beliefs. So times in our life we feel like people are attacking us, people are hurting us. When there's limiting beliefs, there's energies within us, there's trauma within us that is attracting that into our lives. And that can be a hard truth to realize, that we are the ones that create our own reality. We are the ones that attract in certain relationships to teach us something, or because they have the same wounds as us, or something like that. So you are the only one who creates your reality. Okay, so what your true self is showing me is it's time to stop being that victim of your circumstances, which I know is a deep truth and it can be a little bit painful to hear, and start clearing those limiting beliefs so you're a clear and clean slate, so you can let go of these people, forgive them, forgive yourself, and really start your life from a clean slate without those limiting beliefs and those traumas and painful memories that are really holding you back and keeping you in that same environment and welcoming in those same relationships and betrayals and things like that. So there's this next level of self-responsibility as well around that for your own journey and your life. So I'm just going to see if there's any resistance for you around that. And what I'm seeing, it's like, is if I let go of all my painful memories and let go of these people, like these barriers that I've created around people, they're going to keep hurting me. They're going to keep hurting me. That's the resistance that's coming up. And it's just non-truth. It's what's happening is you're just still, because you're holding on to all that stagnation, all that old energy, you're just welcoming it in still. So it's time to let it go. So I'm just going to bring in some beautiful pure consciousness energy and just allow that beautiful pure consciousness, universal intelligence to clear out that heart space for you, and know that you have the power to shift and clear your life and welcome in the relationships that you want, that you deserve. All right. So, and this is for everyone, you know, like when you start to really hone in on your self-love, your relationships are amazing, and you're not welcoming in, like, energies like that just don't come in. You don't have that in your awareness, in your life anymore. And it's really, it feels like a lot of you are like, how could that even happen? And it's like, it can, like it really, really can, when you start shifting and clearing. So yeah, that feels really, your heart was really closed off there. So I just allowing that to integrate beautifully. Amazing. So yeah, we don't have to be victims of our circumstances, of what has happened in our past anymore, guys. It's just not, it doesn't have to be like that. So just let that truth sink in for you all, that you can get through any past hurt, any pain, any trauma, that you really do have that power to do that. Beautiful. Thank you, Rosanna, for sharing. Just going through.
I saw a little message earlier. It was with regards to somebody on the SED page, and it was with regards to the fact that they've been clearing for a while and they've been working on themselves for a while, working on their business and bringing it into alignment, but they're still struggling with being able to bring through income or being able to bring through money. So let's tune in and see what's there for you, because I feel like this is going to be relevant for a few people in this group. Isn't that funny? Because that's the first big hurdle with any life purpose journey, always seems to be being able to take the next step towards life purpose. But that's only a part of the journey. Being able to monetize your life purpose, that's another story, right? So let's see what blockage is there for you that we can clear. There's a limiting belief in the subconscious that at some point things are going to break down. So what's interesting is this particular person has that belief and almost creates their own breakdowns ahead of time. It's almost like this is a bit of a sabotage for you. It's as though every time you're able to take 10 steps forward with your life purpose business or your career, then all of a sudden it's like you just naturally take 15 steps back. And this is because this energy is present for you beneath the surface. So we want to be able to transform that for you, which will then ensure that you're able to stay a clear channel for being able to receive. And this is something I really noticed with my intuitive journey over time. It was that as soon as some of these deeper things started to show up, all of a sudden I felt like I couldn't get intuitive messages. It was like I felt totally blocked on that. And the reason why this happens is because every time the subconscious limitation is triggered, there's a specific blockage that comes up, which then means that our true self energy is no longer present if we don't have what we need to be able to support ourselves with that. So that's why we talk so much about the importance of connecting with your true self and allowing for that to be the space that you're living every single day from. Because it means that even if a little trigger shows you, you can still keep moving forward. And so subconscious healing is all about offering you all the amazing techniques to be able to subconsciously transform those triggers that show up so that you no longer need to be taking those steps back. You're able to continually move forward. But what's happened for some of us is we've held on to this limitation of taking 10 steps forward and then potentially 10 steps back, because what happens once we have everything that we need to be able to help ourselves ever again, all of a sudden we become limitless, completely limitless. Nothing can get in our way. And that's amazing. But what we don't realize is that in society, we've been taught that that's scary. If we're stepping into an unknown world of everything in our lives can be amazing, we're taught that that's scary subconsciously. That's why we mind to what we know. So it's really important for us all to be able to have a shift on this. If it's in the highest good for you today, if you're feeling that you've been a little scared to make some bold movements lately, whether it's in your relationships or in your finances or within your career, now's the time to move forward. Take that dive. Step forward into your true self, into your abundant energy. Even if it doesn't feel like you're stepping forward into the best space, know that everything's lining up for you to take that next step, so that then you can take the next step and then the next step. But at no point does it mean that you're going to be taking the next step forward and then 10 steps back. So long as you're not, you're open to being able to continue growing and transforming over time, and being able to see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, that it is possible for us to live in that true abundance and always be moving forward. So again, that felt like that was landing for a few of you on the call. For the person that asked that question, I'm just going to continue clearing that limitation for you. It feels like there's a few questions that you have on that. So we're going to be able to shift any questions that are coming from a non-truthful space. And then please feel free to connect in with me on Messenger if you'd like to ask a little bit more about that. Awesome. Thank you so much. On to you, Tegan.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I cleared just not long ago, actually, a limiting belief that the unknown is, I have to be scared of the unknown because that will keep me safe. Like as a child, we're taught that going anywhere we don't know is scary and to be on guard and to be fearful. And my true self said to me so clearly, wouldn't it be just amazing if if the unknown was just normal? Like that's just life. Like you're not scared of it. You're not fearful of it. And you can have that. And I asked, how do I get that? How do I not be scared of the unknown? And she said, just listen to my guidance. Listen to your intuitive connection. Listen to the guidance I give you. Because that is your truth, and no matter what, that's going to hold you and keep you safe. When we fear, when we put so much fear out there of the unknown, we're creating our life from fear, and that like it just is like this big vicious circle. We're just thinking everything's fear. We've got to be fearful of everything, and then we're creating from fear. So we're just getting more and more fear, and it's like, hang on a minute, it's literally that simple. Connect in with your true self and cultivate that beautiful connection, and you will get guidance in every moment. And it's like not scary. It's like, oh, cool. That's my truth, and that's what I'm going to follow today. Awesome. And it just feels so like, oh, there's no fear. And it's a strange place to be in because we're so conditioned to be in a fearful space, but we don't have to be. So I just wanted to throw that in as well.
100%. So powerful. Everything, that you've shared there, it's just so important for people to know that this is possible, right? I know that a lot of the time when we talk about these topics, I can feel it in the energy. People are like, yeah, maybe for them that worked. Maybe for them this is something that's been powerful for them, but how can I have that for myself? And there's so many people that just don't see that possible for themselves. And what's important to know is that Tegan and I were in the same boat before we came across this. We also felt the same way, that was never going to be possible for us. That's why we were living in so much pain. I remember, just feeling like I had tried everything to help myself, and I was about to give up because I was like, I've just tried everything. There's going to be nothing that's going to get me out of this. I'm just going to have to live with this pain for the rest of my life. And then, I came across this amazing work and this transformation where I was finally able to clear, the limitations that had created all of this stuff in the first place. And it just changed everything for me. Just having that was a life changer, because all of a sudden I knew that I didn't need to stay where I was. I could move forward. So that was such a liberating experience and feeling, and we really love it. We'd love it if you'd all, connect in with us in order to explore what that next step may be for you. It feels so important for everybody, every single person on this call, either watching this live or watching this later. No matter where you are in the world, there's a chance to be free from your pain. There is a way to be able to move forward into a life of abundance. And it is so important that we do so. Now more than ever, it's more important that those of us that are, even remotely ready to be able to take a step forward towards the life of our dreams, that we do that. And who doesn't want to walk towards the life of their dreams, right? The only reason we wouldn't want to do that is if we're scared of, what life could be like if we finally had everything we've ever wanted. So That's where subconscious healing comes in. We start to work through all of the resistances that have created that fear. And then we also start looking at all of the resistances that allowed for that fear to occur in the first place, which usually comes back down to some trauma from our childhood. So myself and Tegan and others on our team, we're experts at transforming this. So if that's something that's resonating for you, then I highly, highly, highly recommend connecting in with us for a session. We would love to work with you on that. So thank you so much to everybody who's joined here today. It was such a beautiful, beautiful segment, and I feel so blessed to have been here with the beautiful Tegan. Do you have anything more to add, Tegan, that you feel that everybody would like to know today?
Let me just see if there's anything left coming through. No, it's just what you said, Emma. Like, I know it's hard to believe when someone's telling you that this is possible for you, but if you have that inner knowing, you have that yearning, and it's like, I understand what those girls are saying. Like, I do get it. Like, feel free to jump on a call with us, because literally I was in a really dark place, like what it would be just less than a year ago, and I'm now on here. I'm now helping people clear their limiting beliefs for them. I have self-love and this connection to my true self. Like, it doesn't have to be hard. It really doesn't. And it is possible for you all, like, definitely. So yeah, connect in with us. We're here to help. We want to get you guys on track to living an amazing life. Yeah,
absolutely. Awesome. Thank you so much. And Vicky just shared she had actually written down in her notes that she had to clear that the unknown is scary.
Beautiful.
And she's just changed it to the truth of it is just new and exciting, and that it can be so as well.
It can
be. Well done, Vicky. I feel like you answered your own question by jumping on the call today. So thank you for being here.
The unknown is fun and exciting. Let's let go of that old limiting belief and just think that it's like the unknown is the amazing life ahead of me, and it's fun and exciting. It's not scary and fearful. You're gonna be okay. Beautiful.
Amazing. Awesome. So incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. It's been so wonderful connecting with you. Awesome. Thanks you all.
Everyone for joining. We're so happy to connect with you all. We're here at the same time every week, which is 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be doing some wonderful new stuff over the coming months. So stay tuned. Mwah. Much love.
Exciting.
Bye, everyone.
Bye for now.